Hey guys, I got the linseed oil on this 069 C10 truck. I'm about 99% done with it, and it's took me a while because I get sidetracked. I guess I'm probably on hour 3, but as I said, I get sidetracked easy. I drink a lot of coffee and talk on the phone and different things, but this is what it looks like. I want to show you around the truck. This might be something you want to do. I don't know. I don't think it's all dried yet. So, well, maybe that spot there is. It's not leaving a fingerprint now, but there's other parts of the truck that are still wet. Okay, this is the fender that I had sprayed the green on, and all I had was gloss black. I went over it and got some sandpaper and stuff when it dried, and you can still see some of the green, and that's okay. I like that. That's fine. Anyway, if you're wondering, it's a little bit shinier than, say, this over here is. Try to get a better angle where you can kind of do a comparison. But this is what I found out using linseed oil. I wound up using a sponge, and it done pretty good. And in some spots, though, on this old truck, I had to use a rag because I couldn't get a sponge to get down in some of the crevices. And you know, I done kind of like I done a decent job, I think. I didn't go over every little thing on the truck. So, you know, I went around the mirrors, and I got to tell you, I went around some of this rubber, and it kind of lubed it up a little bit. It kind of made it look a little newer in appearance than it actually is. Went around my windows. I done the top of this white, even though you can't tell it. I wound up using a rag for the white because I didn't really clean the truck that well. I mean, it was clean, but not perfectly clean before I started. So when I put the sponge on here, I got a little bit of black on it. So I wiped it off and just got a clean rag and done the whole top. I done everything, and some of it, as I said, looks like it is drying, and some of it appears to be wet. It might take a whole day or so, or a few more hours to do it. It's got a little bit of spotting going on here. I guess you can see that, and I can. Ooh, it's hot in the sun. Anyway, I was trying to hurry for the sun did come out, and I done a pretty good job. I still got to do the back bumper, just go over it, all because I done the front bumper. And let's see, I'll show you this side. I done around my tail lights, and I didn't doctor up anything. This is just the way the truck actually is. It's a pretty rough old truck. That's why I call it a shop truck. And I'll let the pictures speak for themselves. I'll just walk around the truck, let you look, see what you think. I think I'm going to like it if it just if it stays on the wall. If you never have used linseed oil, I have before on my 78 Stepside, which is not here at the moment, but it's kind of like a oily substance. And you know, I've used WD-40 on this old Ranger over here to kind of brighten up some of the dull spots in the paint, and it stays on until the next rain comes. So this linseed oil, though, if I remember on that 78 Stepside bed truck of mine, it stayed on a pretty good while, and I'm predicting this to stay on probably a couple of months. But as I said, the reason I like the linseed oil is so you can see what your truck or car might look like before you actually paint it or clear coat it. I have had a truck of mine years ago, a 57 GMC. I had it clear coated, and I hated it. So it took a long time trying to get that clear coat off. So anyway, this linseed oil is something that maybe you might want to consider doing before you make the decision, hey, I'm going to clear coat, hey, I'm going to paint, whatever. You know, you might try this. And you know, I like just playing around. I cannot hurt this truck, as I've said in videos before. It's just an old beater truck, shop truck is what I call it. And as I said, I get sidetracked a lot, and it probably, a normal person, which I am not, a normal person probably been an hour and a half tops. but I have a tendency of changing the radio station and getting more coffee and talking and such as that. I've took out some of the stuff that I had in the back of this bed of this truck, and I'm going to do the sides and up toward the cab there and around. I've already done the, oh, I guess I should show you. I've already done the tailgate here. And another thing that took me a long time was I painted these letters. And I don't want the letters to look good. I want it to kind of match the truck. And they look pretty awful. I done it with a paint marker. I couldn't find, I forgot where my wife keeps her paint brushes and stuff. She normally does this stuff, and I thought, what the heck, I'll just get a paint marker. And I just marked it up, scuffed it up with some steel wool and some sandpaper there a little bit, and I put that linseed oil on it there, and you know, it's pretty shiny too. And the reason, I know it don't make no sense looking at this like this, but let me show you why I done that. Okay, looking at this, you see it says Chevrolet. Looking at it like this, you know, you can't really see it says Chevrolet, but this is why I done it. And I hope you'll think this is pretty neat. I'm going to try to hold this camera where you can see it. Can you? I'll get the camera kind of out of the way. Can you see it says Chevrolet? So when you're driving down the road, you can see the back of your tailgate says Chevrolet because of the mirror. That's why I always on my Stepside beds I color in the letters Chevrolet, and I just think it's pretty neat. I'm always proud to ride in a Chevrolet. I'm proud to ride in anything that's paid for, but especially Chevrolet. Anyway, you might want to do that to yours if you want to. I just like doing stuff like that just for kicks, playing around with it. And it didn't take me too long, maybe about 20 minutes of getting a sip of coffee and coloring and sanding and chasing off waspers and stuff like that. So it didn't take too long. Anyway, thought I'd show you this video. As you can see, there's dust all over it. The wind has died down now, but a few minutes ago, the wind came up just when I was, you know how it goes. When you're trying to do something, and I've started this video about 3 times, there's always a dump truck or a helicopter or a plane or something flies over, so I've started it several times. But anyway, this is it. And, oh yeah, I even done the grill here. And anyway, I still got the back bumper to do in the inside of the bed, and I guess I'll call it a day. There's dust all over it, so I'm hoping this will dry pretty quick. If you're asking my opinion, I kind of like it. It's something different. I've looked at this truck. I said yesterday that I had this truck 2 years. I'm going to say it might be 3 years or 4. I'm not really sure. But I've had it a pretty good while, and it's a good truck. I haven't drove it as much as I'd like to, but I'm fixing to change all that, I hope. So anyway, this is it, and I hope you enjoyed the video about the linseed oil. Please leave a comment and let me know if that's something you're interested in, or if you have a better way of doing it. I'm all ears when it comes to suggestions and comments. Please subscribe if you would. It's real important to me. And I hope y'all have a good day, and I'll see you later.